Chicken over beef.
3, 2, 1. Theme song.
Bum, bum, bum,
Ba, ba, ba.
bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, Cirque du Soleil is gonna be cool.
Oh, yeah.
You are listening to episode
Let's go,
85 of the Paper Player Podcast. I'm your host, Tony, and I'm joined with Josh, Jeff, and JB. But before I get into that, I'll let you guys know where to find us. A whole bunch of places. You can find us on probably every social media that's out there. If one doesn't exist yet, we'll be on it before it even comes out. That's true. Twitch, Discord, if you want to hang out with the cast. And then also just a bunch of different places, such as if you want to see this live show in a video form, check us out on YouTube. And then if you want to catch the show from an audio version, Apple, Spotify, and 15 other things as well. If you need to find all this info, just go to our link tree. That's going to be always in our show notes. And then lastly, if you want to call into the chat or call into the cast. Yeah. If you want to call into the cast, you can do it via Discord. Just hang out in that live show caller room. But anyways,
I was looking up your phone number.
Don't
Tony's
post me.
phone
Come
number
on.
Is 1414221.
That's not me.
I know, because I don't actually have your phone number.
I was like, no.
It gives me your messenger contact.
Oh, cool.
But
That's
I
really,
was looking to see if I had your phone number.
oh, that's really sweet of you. Just to blast that online.
Uh-huh.
Such
All
a great friend.
Yeah, all right.
Nice.
So I think we all played Magic, right? And then so JB is not with us, but he'll be jacked biceps this week.
I mean, I'm here.
No, you're
I'm
with
not
us,
here.
but I'm just saying, like, your photo is going to be jacked biceps.
Who is that? I don't even know who that is.
It's just
It's literally biceps on a man.
yeah, it's
that are-
just flexing
Jacked biceps.
Jacked.
Okay, gotcha.
biceps. Yeah. All right.
I thought you were saying like a name Jack biceps, and I'm like,
Biceps.
who has that goofy name? Like some wrestler or something?
Well, it could be. I'm sure there's a guy named Jack biceps. Like, yeah. Jeff, you getting Magic again?
I don't think so, actually.
Oh, okay. Did
I worked all weekend.
Did you,
Not even arena?
did you qualify for the decathlon?
I didn't. I had 2 out of the 3, and by the time I realized that I needed a third, it was too late.
Shame.
Yeah, I really haven't been touching arena. I've been like trying to like force myself to play like all these other games I have and
Sure.
stuff like that.
Force myself.
Well, just because like I'll get lazy and I'll just sit on my computer and open arena or something.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude.
I want to say like a week and a half ago, I started a standard league on Moto, and I still haven't even finished it.
I
I
mean,
think I'm 2 games in, and I'm just like, oh, I need to finish this.
yeah, if you're bored of Magic, taking like a step back is always like a good decision, to be honest. I never get burnt out because I'm superior in every way, but
Have a second hobby.
I
Bounce
mean, I
between
do.
them.
It's
Bounce
video
between them.
games and Legos. Like I
Right.
just got some more Legos in the mail. I got Boba Fett's ship. I bought my girlfriend the Winnie the Pooh like set with the tree because she likes Winnie the Pooh, so we'll put that together.
oh, nice, dude.
I just did the bonsai tree, which has 1,000,000 frogs.
Yep, that thing's cool. I want to get that. I want to get the DeLorean. They have the DeLorean from Back to the Future. I think that'd be cool. But gonna play some Magic this weekend. Going to an RCQ and gonna again not play Burn because that's my goal this year.
Good luck, dude.
So
You got this.
yeah, I mean I have loose practice with different variants of the deck, but
Sure.
you know,
Dude, that new
Maybe.
Jace is really gonna help out your mill deck. It's great.
dude, I want to play Mill so bad. Don't even joke.
That's
dude.
probably good.
It's right my EDH deck.
I was about to
I
say
just-
Tasha's hideous laughter might be worse than that Jace.
I don't
Hold on.
know.
What do you think that Jace does? Hold on 1 second. What do you think that Jace does?
It's
Mill's
the
15
minus
cards.
ability is
There's 15 cards.
yeah, mill 15.
If you pay 4 mana.
If you don't pay like
3.
4 mana, costs 4
No,
mana.
if you pay 3 mana, it's 9 cards.
Yes, it's 3.
Oh.
That's why I
Because
thought.
you
You're
loses
forgetting
2
the
loyalty.
completed
It
ability.
loses,
Yeah.
it
You're
loses
forgetting the
2
completed
loyalty.
ability.
No, it's not a 2
You have to pay
loyalty.
4 mana.
It's 3 cards
No, I'm
per
saying
X.
it loses 2 loyalty for paying the 2 life.
I thought, yeah.
Instead of
Then
paying
it's
flat
4
mana.
mana. It's not 3
I
mana.
still
then.
think it's
three
not
mana.
bad. You can play like a one of, but I don't know. Mill might be good. I just don't have the cards for it. Otherwise, I honestly would probably play Mill this weekend.
It's a good spot.
want that
Everybody's
card
kind of
to be
taking her
good.
off. Yeah.
All right, build it for me, Tony. I'll run it.
I don't want to go look through my cards. Don't make me do that.
They're not all together from last time.
Nah, I did like my yearly sorting. So
Fair enough.
everything's all. I mean, I can find them really easy. I have no energy to do
You're
that.
good.
Right now.
I should play Hammer Time. I need to actually challenge my intellect when it comes to Magic more.
You're
Yeah.
big brained.
If
Yeah.
you're unfamiliar with Urza Saga, it's something that I would suggest playing a couple leagues on Magic Online just to understand that card. Because going into it blind, you are just going to just throw things in the garbage.
Yep.
Like Urza
There's
Saga.
a lot
It's gonna
to
be a
look
lot
at.
of fun. Like I still don't even fully understand how the mana floats because it's like, isn't it? It's during your draw phase, but after you
Nope.
draw a card.
Main phase.
No. Main phase
Oh,
one.
beginning of main phase.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's one of those cards. The card's really. I mean, the deck is good. I'm not playing Hammer Time this weekend.
Are you playing something fun?
Yeah, but it's some fun
He
stuff.
ain't gonna tell us. He's gonna smoke us because he's setting up to beat us.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys what to
Based
play
on
so
our
I can
deck
come.
picks.
So I can come in with a counter. So that's
Yep.
Tony
He's just
Jackson.
gonna play his
form
barely
the meta.
deck.
Yeah. And Josh, did you get any Magic in?
I sure did.
Hell yeah.
I went to F&M and I did a draft of Dominaria Remastered.
Yeah.
And I was all upset. I waited 2 hours for the
Same.
next pod to fire, and then
Got in a
it
six.
fired with I was the first in line or whatever, so I waited 2 hours, and then the one pod ended, and everyone signed back up, so all of a sudden they had 14 players, and then they split it up into an 8 and 6 man pod, and I got put in the 6 man pod with none of my friends. I was
Yeah.
all alone. So I was all pretty upset and vocal about it. But then I won the draft with my pack one pick one. I got
Sylvan
all-
Library, Full Art.
Sylvan Library, which is on camera right now. But,
Yeah, dude.
Which proved to be a house brainstorming every turn in limited.
Yep.
I did I went 2-1 and I got garbage in my packs.
Yeah.
What did I get in my pack? I don't even remember. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
I did wait, no, I did. I got a Mystic Remora.
That's actually not bad.
Dude, those
Okay.
are all over the place now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all over the place.
I'm
And
glad I
that card,
got rid of my
it's
foil.
not worth more than whatever it is right now, $4 or whatever.
Maybe 3 at the most. Yeah.
The foil's down to $20, I think.
It's cool because
Kind of what happened to
EDH deck now, but
it's
Yeah.
kind of what happened to Bobble too.
Oh, Bobble's like a
Bobble
quarter.
went from
Straight-
$10
straight
to
up-
$1.
Straight up bulk. No, it's like a quarter. It's straight up bulk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that card is just no longer desired. The foil old border ones that have some value to them because a lot of people are out getting them because it's
Mhm.
but
I have one.
the Mythic Last Chance.
Yeah.
Which is garbage.
Ugh.
What did I play? I played green and red.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 chain lightnings and a fire blast, and that's
Mhm.
pretty much how I beat people. I would get them down to, killable life total, and then I would just bolt their. I also had the instant that does 3 damage to any target. I had another instant that did 2 damage to any target.
Mm.
So I kind of just beat face with the. I had the cheap aggressive creatures 2/1 that dies and makes a token, Penumbra, whatever.
Okay, got it. Yep.
The worm.
Penumbra something. Because I kept calling it Spider, but that's wrong.
Yeah, that's the one
Um,
from Time Spiral. But yeah.
That guy.
I also had something else big and nasty that was doing work. But yeah, I got in one game and went 2-1.
Nice.
Had a good time. It was a good format. I bought a collector pack and hit the full art Enlightened Tutor.
Oh, dude, that's
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Tony mentioned that the hit rate on this set seemed pretty high, which is what I saw. So seems like a good set to splurge and buy packs on.
If you don't have the cycle of tutors like worldly, vampiric, that whole mystical, this is a great set to buy because you'll probably get 3 out of the 5 at the minimum.
And they brought the price down on them
Yeah.
compared to other Masters packs or whatever.
Yep.
So that's great.
Everybody's chasing that old border foil Force of Will. That's really what. That's the kind of the here's the card that you
Old
want to
Grail.
get. Yeah.
Or Sylvan Library, I imagine. Old border foil.
No,
Mm.
it's just Force of Will because Force of Will's a 4X.
Or of,
That's
yeah.
true.
Where Sylvan's actually lost a
1
lot
to
of
2 max.
It's kind of fading out of the format.
It's like half the price. They went from like $60 to $30.
Yeah.
No, that's all right. I
But
mean, it's still a
it'll
good card.
climb back up because it's another card that every green EDH deck wants, and it's legacy playable, and it go like once it like it's like legacy season playable. So like
All right, that's a good way to put
play
it.
for a long time, and then it'll like green will get like play some green card will come out, and then green will get played again, and then Sylvan Library will show up in a list, and the
Hey.
price will jump $20-$30, and price memory sticks and it stays there.
Yeah.
All these fair weather fans not playing it all the time, playing it in
Mhm.
lands for years. Come on.
it just comes and goes. It's just one of those things. Like once
Once green is play once you're playing tropicals in the main deck, then you play Sylvan Library.
then with initiative being what it is, you just can't really like. That's the best
Right.
Sylvan Library.
Yeah, taking turn 1 or turn 2 off to do something, or turn 1
Yeah.
off to do something is
Ancient
like bad
Tombs
right now.
Yeah, Ancient Tombs I get all time high right now. Like that card is just like
It's wild.
The bee's knees in that format. It's so good everywhere.
Fortunate that card's so hot in Legacy right now, and it's also like got more of its demand is from EDH.
Yeah.
So like Ancient Tomb is like $100 card right now because every single person wants one for an EDH deck.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Crazy.
It's a.
And it doesn't get printed enough. When was the last time Ancient Tomb got printed?
It was in a master
One
set.
of the masters, yeah.
Master set.
At-
right?
I wanna say
at rare,
double.
At rare, but still, like
Still, that's like one per box with the
just
lands
not.
were like
Yeah,
one
it's
per
just
box.
it's just not enough.
Yeah, I want to say double.
It's like one
masters.
per box of the land. So if you didn't hit Ancient Tomb, then you hit Wasteland or whatever the other land was.
Yeah. Okay. JB, did you get any
That's
magic?
a card that should be in an EDH precon or something. It should be in the EDH precons.
Yeah, I would be cool with that. Like I think everybody
Which
would.
card?
Ancient Tomb. Just do it. Like,
Oh, 100% instead of Temple of Forsaken God.
for sure, dude. For sure.
Ring.
Yeah. JB, you get any magic in?
Yeah, I played an old border cube someone has locally,
Sick.
and it was really funny because I got to play against you in the
Draft.
Dominaria Remastered draft afterwards.
Yep.
And it felt exactly like drafting that old border cube.
Yeah, it's
Like a bunch of the cards are just the same,
yeah, they are.
which is really funny. But I mean, I get it. That's the whole point, right?
Yeah, I got
We're
to
going back.
I got to teach you a lesson about how old drafts work.
I know. The blue blew me out of the water. Like my deck wasn't bad. It's just blue. Having blue in there for draw cards is just too much.
Yeah,
I
well,
can't keep up.
I wouldn't call it too much, but the problem is like we're so the current world of like Magic is so accustomed to just having these like really efficient cards on like 2, 3, 4. Whereas like back in the day, they just didn't do that, except for like the one-offs like Flame Tongue Kavu, which is just like one of the most absurd cards they've ever printed, like for a limited like environment. But aside from all that, just you have to get used to trying to beat people up with 2/2s, and we're so accustomed to just throwing removal spells as soon as possible. It's like, no, just hold your removal spell. You can take 10 life, like off of
Yeah.
2/2. Just take it. Eventually, you're just gonna be like, here's a 4/4, beat this.
Well, somewhere in my brain, I was like, I have a decent chunk of removal. I think I'll be okay.
Yeah,
And I was not.
it's just
Because you just outvalued me at some point. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I lost.
my deck had 2 deep analyses, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna beat everybody because I'm gonna draw 4 cards off a single card. You know.
Yeah, and then you also had like an impulse or 2 and some other stuff.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
do
just
those.
like, ooh.
So I was always able to dig like
Dude.
I only had 1 Shivan Dragon in the deck, which was really my only win condition. I was like, all right, I'll just go get Shivan Dragon. I was always able to find it.
So I had red black, and I had 4 removal spells in black and 1 in red with chain lightning.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 removal spells is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I'll be fine. And then you play that red creature on me, the 3/3 for 5 that goes and gets another red one,
Yeah,
like
tracks.
another one of it.
Yeah,
I was like,
Avrax.
how come I didn't see that? I would
Yeah.
have picked that immediately.
Yeah, that card's sweet. I was hoping to get 5 of them, but I only got 2. So
Yeah, that card was nuts.
So yeah, this is my sick draft deck. Yeah, I just had good
Oh, I
stuff.
want that chain lightning.
Yeah, so I had like Confiscate and Shivan Dragon were like Shivan Dragon I got passed, which I was like, okay, whatever, this is sick. I first picked Chain Lightning on pack 1, and then pack 2, I first picked a Confiscate, and then pack 3, I first picked a Slice and Dice, got past the Shivan Dragon. Slice and Dice is basically just Wrath of God. So anytime that anytime that someone overwhelmed me, I was like, you're dead. They just everybody overcommits. You're like, all right, sweet. And then I had somewhere to always put my mana because I had 3 different Fire Breathers. So like I said, like in the old days of like limited, you would just end up with these top tech wars where you're just like, I have nothing to do with my mana. Whereas like the modern magic or the modern world of Magic is like you always have something to do with your mana. It's kind of like overkill. Either something draws into a card or activate abilities. So I was like, I'm gonna need to do stuff when I don't have cards to play. But but it was a fun deck. It was sick.
But
Looks like
I don't know. Yeah, I also played 3. So I opened early. I got either passed or opened or something. Grim Lavamancer.
Yeah.
Like the alt art. And I was like, oh man, there's so many of these street rates coming by. I'm just gonna pitch a bunch of street rates and use Grim Lavamancer to shoot them with it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was bad, but somewhere in my brain I was like, oh, this will be fun. So I drafted 3 street rates
to pass a full art Grim Lavamancer.
So I don't
not
know.
that expensive.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
$1.
not worth
Maybe like
Yeah,
$4.
it's not
It
worth
just Grim Lavamancer hasn't seen play in like I don't know 5 years.
$9 card forever.
It was, but like it just since the printing of MH Mod Horizons, it just hasn't been a real thing.
He's playing pre-modern, and that's like it.
Yeah, that's about it. But like again, Modern has Murktide, so you can't really eat up your graveyard because you need to be able to cast your Murktides.
Yep.
All right, I need to hear about Horseshoe Crab again.
Okay, so I played against Schubert, formerly known as Antonio, and just so you guys know, the rule is that anytime that you play against someone that has the same name as you, the winner gets the name of the other guy. So
Makes sense for Grim Lavamancer.
yeah. So he has his deck's probably a lot better than mine because he's got 2 Flametongue Kabus. I'm like, all right, if he plays this Flametongue Kabu, I can't win. Game 1, he kept a 2-lander and just got punished, and I was able to confiscate one of his 2 lands before he got another land. So that was that. Game 2, he played Flametongue Kabu, beat me horribly, and it was not even a remotely close game. He did do his Horseshoe Crab nonsense, but that was after the FTK came down and just like.
You may want to explain what Horseshoe Crab nonsense means because people won't understand.
So there's a card called Horseshoe Crab, and it's actually pretty popular in EDH, but it's 3 mana for a 1/3, and then for a blue you can untap it. So like with tapped abilities, you can for 1 blue just keep repeating. So and there's a bunch of enchantments in this, not a bunch, but there's like a blue enchantments and blue-red enchantments that you can stick onto this Horseshoe Crab that do pinging and draw a card, which is like super value town, and that's all great and everything. But again, it's like these kind of 2-card it's like a 2-card combo that it works when you get there, but it's like if you were able to establish that already, you were probably winning that game regardless because your opponent didn't really have like significant removal. And mind you, this format has Chain Lightning, it has Swords to Plowshares, it has Terror. Like there's just like real removal, not like the modern day removal that we have now that could just handle these things at instant speed. So in game 3 we go to he does the storm thing, and it gets 8 goblins on the board from Empty the Warrens. But in the process of doing that, when he plays his 2 frantic searches, he ends up discarding a Flametongue Kavu. And in my head, I go, he's got a second Flametongue Kavu because I know he's got 2 in his deck. I'm like, I'm just going to lose to that. Ended up so he goes down to a single card. And then at some point he plays a Horseshoe Crab as his last card. I go, okay. Him and me both like flood out in the sense of like I go up to 11 lands, he goes up to 11 lands, but I was able to get two power guys on the battlefield, so I was able to take 6, then 4, then 2 damage to kind of reduce the bleeding or stem the bleeding, and then I drew a snap. But if he just keeps like Flametongue Kavu, he gets rid of all of my blockers. That math goes 7, 6, 5, and I just die. But he was so. This is like a Jedi mind trick I played on him. So like I was just talking crap on Horseshoe Crab this whole time, and I think he just got hellbent on proving that Horseshoe Crab was good. So then he pitched the Flametongue Kavu instead of the Horseshoe Crab, and just literally played that card, and it was like, oh, this does nothing, and it exactly did that. It did nothing. So yeah, but lesson learned from here is Magical Christmas Land is great, and in the time that you are describing how good a card is, when you describe the best case scenario, all cards sound good, but you have to be able to describe the scenarios where you play a Horseshoe Crab, which is a 3-mana 1/3, with no literally no pseudo vigilance by playing blue, and if you don't have the other piece, it's just that bad of a card. Like, you just can't be putting that in your deck. Whereas Flametongue Kavu, which is just one of the best things ever, just completely crush people. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
I just wanna let you know, a hand of 1 with nothing, and 4 of those stupid Lizard Madness 0-costed lizards.
Yeah,
Best hand ever. It's great, right? Yeah.
and 2 Vengevines.
And 2 Vengevines. Yeah. There you go.
There you go. Sick. No one draws but me. 7 lands in a row after playing Empty the Warrens. Yeah, I get bodied into Schubert.
I like how he's still trying to defend it.
I'm not going. I drew a lot of lands too. I was able to pump my guys 5 times. Anyways, all right, guys. Show notes real quick. We'll try to do rate the random. Suggestions from viewers. Please give us a new bit because this is becoming tiresome.
We got a good one last time.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll go over the alls and 1 set mechanics, secret layers. Do you think we're gonna get 100 this year? Jumpstart all will be 1, and it's just
Is that a joke? Are you?
We might get 100
joking?
this year. We might get 100.
We got more than 100 last year.
No, it was 78 last year.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it wasn't over.
Oh yeah,
100.
it was. That's right. I was thinking more than 1 a week.
Yeah.
Never mind, my brain's dumb.
And then Jumpstart All will be 1. Is anyone buying this product? I don't know who is, but we're gonna set up an official rating scale of 2023. I already said it, so I don't need your comments. I put set mechanics twice because I'm a dum-dum and didn't look at my editing. And then we'll go into the spoilers and then the after show. So boom. Let's get to rate the random. Last week had Tree of Perdition.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a cool one.
That one's actually cool. Then it took a number 2 slot, but as always, we will live do random. Boom. Nope.
I like how it's just this muscular arm in the corner.
That's you. It's
No one else's face. It's just that.
yeah. It's all on the stream. There's a face, but for you, it's just that. Okay. Erratic Cyclops. This is actually.
I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, okay. Get bodied. I gotta
What you
change.
doing there, bud?
Let me change one thing.
You just pull some out of your bulk?
No. I didn't do this here. I did a thing, but for those erratic Cyclops, give me 1 second. Let me get this all set up right. Bam. Much better. All right. This is a 4-mana 0/8 from Guilds of Ravnica, and then it's whenever you cast an instant sorcery, it gets plus X plus O equal to its spell's converted mana cost. Yeah, this card's medium.
I was about to say, I think it's a cool card for draft. I remember really enjoying it when I played it in draft for that set because you could do some.
Well, you had Jumpstart in that set. Like, you had the ability Jumpstart, which is just flashback, so you were able to double up on spells.
Yep. Yeah, I just remember being able to do multi-spells per turn and just making the guy huge.
Yep.
It was great.
EDH, unplayable. CDH, unplayable. Legacy, Modern, Pioneer, unplayable. Can't be played. Not top 100. And
Disagree. You could play it in Legacy.
good luck. if Treasure Cruise was a thing, you could try it.
Force of Will
Yeah.
becomes a 5/8 trample.
Yeah.
Assuming that you're attacking with a 0/8 and they're just like, yeah, I'm going to kill it. And then you're like, I'll force a will you.
Got him.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
And then you force a will, you're force a will, and
Yeah,
then
what-
force a will, that force a will.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
the old
Yeah.
15
And
discard
then you
6.
force a negation because you'll have 3 mana to pay
Yeah.
for force a negation.
18, put your opponent to 2, and then just lose.
Yes.
Seems smart.
Eggs in one basket, let's go.
Hell
You got it. Just the
What
casuals.
are you talking about? You play Ponder and then you play Brainstorm? It's a 2/8.
So you need, let me get this
You
straight.
play all
You
the
need,
Phyrexian free
you need
spells.
3 Force of Wills, 3 blue cards, and then blue 1, and a Force of Negation to get this off going.
Yeah, it can happen, right?
Yeah, dude, this thing costs 4. We've drawn a bunch of
And
stuff by now.
to be fair, your opponent has to cast something to put on the stack for you to start Force Willow chaining.
Wait, what you're forgetting is that you also have
This is the worst argument.
attractions open with
Yeah,
various spells attached to them to cast
I
with that
see.
one card.
And then we have Comet to just keep it going, you know?
Yeah, guys, you guys are starting to turn me on this, but I'm gonna put this right at a 4.
And we play Horseshoe Crab so we can keep drawing cards with that tap spell.
Yeah, So I'm just gonna say this is
Town.
no boy no. Okay, well next week we'll keep going with this.
Yeah,
All right.
not very good.
Secret Lairs, dun dun dun. More borderless planeswalkers. So, they kind of previewed on this the Wizard stream yesterday. They're gonna do more of this style of planeswalker. We're getting more news about the winter 2023 drop. We're getting more news about it at Philly.
So sick.
It is cool. They already did this once, but this is like the manga adaptations of these cards. So I think that's going to be really awesome. This is one of however many. It is a WPN store exclusive, so this is something that I think they're going to ship out to stores, and you can only get through stores, which I think is really smart, giving some love to the stores, to LGSs. So big fan of that. And now we'll go into the Phyrexian Showcase, which is the secret layer that they revealed, which has Phyrexian Unlife, Phyrexian Crusader, is it Urtai, the Corrupted, and then also these other two cards as well, which is Plague Engineer, which is actually a pretty good one because Plague Engineer doesn't have a cool version yet, and then Gliss of the Trader.
Dude, that Plague Engineer looks so sick.
It's a cool style. These cards, the only downside of these is they kind of bleed with one another. Like I have a hard time identifying what's what. Like I know it's a style of art, but I just struggle. That's all. And then the other one is Phyrexian Faves, which has Blighted Agent, Kirk, which has Kirk's had like 5 different printings in the last year. Glistener Elf, Batter Skull, and the last one is Inkmoth Nexus. So this is your Infect starter kit right here.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's pretty
Nice.
cool. Yeah.
I need all of these for EDH.
All right. Then we got Jumpstart All will be one which has exclusive cards in Jumpstart. I don't know if you guys remember, but Jumpstart comes out with every single set now. And
Can we stop doing that?
yeah, it's got to be, I don't know what the numbers are, but it's got to be the biggest product fail, right?
I don't know about fail. The
Like
first
the
one did
Jumpstart,
really
like,
well.
that ones, there's nothing in them. There's like no allure.
Well,
Yeah.
you only get these 5 exclusive cards, and all the other Jumpstart cards come from the set new Phyrexia, or Phyrexia All will be one.
Hmm.
So you get these 5 cards, like, I don't know, like, I don't know, maybe the Goblin Rebel School, that's about it. I don't know. I when I saw these, I couldn't tell you what the Jumpstart exclusive ones for Brothers War, and I couldn't tell you what they were for Dominator United, and that's when it started. But yeah, I know it was in Jumpstart 2022 because at least that was like its own unique thing. This is just like, I don't know, man. This, I hope that after the end of this year they discontinue this product, and the only reason I think they haven't discontinued this product is purely because
There's got to be some moms buying it.
I don't think it's because of moms. I just think that's what their product, when they started it with new Phyrexia, so they've already have it like scheduled to be printed, and the R&D work went into it, kind of like how those Planeswalker decks kind of went on for like 2-3 years, and they were like, nobody's buying these, we'll discontinue them, but they already invested the money into it. All right. So all will be one mechanics. I think there's like a total of 5 different mechanics, but this one is for Mirrodin, which if you don't know what it is a kind of a different take on Living Weapon, and it makes a 2/2 instead of a 0/0 germ. So this is kind of like their way of making equipment playable in limited. Yeah, it sucks. And you get the Elf for Mirrodin. It makes a Red Rebel token. So the only upside of this is you can move the equipment. If there's anything that's like good about the equipment, 2 things, and keep it 2/2. So that's kind of nice. But the example I have listed is Volshock Splitter, which is 3 and a red. For an artifact equipment, it has the ability for Mirrodin, and then an equipped creature gets +2/+0. So for 4 mana, you get a 4/2, and then you can equip something else for 3 mana for red and 2. The other mechanic is Toxic X. So there was some debate or talk about why this isn't poisonous, because I think Virulent Sliver has poisonous one, which is essentially the same exact mechanic, but there are some things that are unique to it. So Toxic X means when this creature deals combat damage to a player, or when a player's dealt combat damage by this creature, also get a poison counter equal to the toxic amount. Whereas the other version of Poisonous 1 is when this deals combat damage, trigger do a thing. This is not a triggered ability. It does not use the stack, and it does not stack in multiples. So, and your creature, let's say, like for the example I'm using here, Mere Convert, which is a 2-mana 2/1 with Toxic 1. If it deals 2 damage to your opponent, it only puts a 1 toxic counter or a 1 poison counter onto him. So The weird thing is it not using the stack is going to be a little bizarre, but I think people will learn quickly because of Arena. It just kind of happens, whereas the Virulent Sliver, you could technically like put the poisonous one on the stack and then bolt somebody, before you die. All right.
True.
That's the only thing. Proliferate's back pretty easy.
Yeah.
If you don't know what proliferate is, look up. But essentially, RIP, anticipate. Oil counters, which is just a different version. To me, these feel like energy counters. That's all they feel like. It's just like a different currency in the game.
Tiling.
Yeah. Except they don't go in like a command zone kind of thing where like that's where energy went. They go actually on the permanent and
which is good.
Yeah.
It limits the power of it, so you don't have anything crazy like Aetherworks Marvel or whatever, where you can just play all these bad cards in order to dump into this ultimate machine.
Yeah, essentially. So I mean, it's nice. So the example we have here is Norn's Wellspring, which is 1 and a white, and then whenever a creature you control dies, scry 1 and put an oil counter on it, and then 1 and tap. You can remove 2 oil counters to draw a card. So that's cool. And then the last mechanic is Corrupted, which is just like a static ability where if you've achieved this, do X thing. So So if the corrupted tech clause is if a player has 3 or more poison counters, do a thing. So it's like, for example, we have Skrelev's, I think, Hive, which is 1 and a white for an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create a 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature token with Toxic 1, and this creature can't block. And then Corrupted, for as long as the opponent has 3 or more poison counters, creatures you control with Toxic have lifelink. So it gives you like a different condition, and there's other cards that have Corrupted, but those are the things that is going on, and it gives you an incentive to use Toxic. All right. Bam. The official paper player official ranking system. All right. We'll be grading things along the constructor rating, with standard, pioneer, modern, and legacy playable. 1 through 5, no halvesies, so it's just straight 1 through 5. EDH rating, which we'll do an EDH and a CDH rating, which is 1 through 5, and then limited 1 through 5, and then in the unique case, we'll do build around and sideboard. Let's get to the spoilers. All right, this is what you all have been waiting for, us reading cards. Bam, and I've already rated these things for you, so bada boom, bada bing.
Don't have to think about it.
Don't have to think. All right, Nissa Ascended Animus, which is 3 green, and 2 for action, so 7 mana total, or 6 mana and 2 life, or 5 mana and 4 life, but has completed. +1, make it XX, Phyrexian Horror creature token, where X is Nissa's Ascended Animus' loyalty. -1, destroy target artifact or enchantment, and then -7, until end of turn, creatures you control get +1/+1 for each force you control and gains trample. This card's going to be absolutely nutty in limited. This is going to be one of the hardest cards to deal with.
Yeah. Although they do have, is that one card a rare? The one that makes you sack a creature, planeswalker, or token?
That one's uncommon.
Good. That'll make it easier. Never mind.
And you pay 7
I mean,
mana for
sure.
this. Yeah.
You know, it's still tough, but like, I don't know.
Isn't
It's
this
not
just
as
Crater
dominating.
It is Crater Hoof. If you pay the full 7, you just Crater Hoof, or if you just cheat this into play, so you also get the Crater Hoof. So I'm sure a lot of people are looking for ways to cheat these into play right now, because this is probably the best version of that. Like, is it Academy Researcher? What's the one from Battle Bond where it's Academy Rector? I think it was called. I can't remember, but it's the version that if this thing dies, go search your library for a planeswalker and put it into play.
Oh,
wait, that's a thing?
Yeah. It's from
I know what
Battle
you're
Bond.
talking about, yeah.
It's Academy, because the original version is Academy Rector, which I think goes and gets an enchantment, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, enchantment.
And this one is like Academy something, same exact cost, but it goes and gets a planeswalker instead. But it's only from Battle Bond.
Yeah, it's like a $30 mythic.
It's the only thing that, like, there's a few things from Battle Bond that people like, and it's one of those things. So when you make your Super Friends deck for EDH, people like to go get that card because you're like, huh, I made it die and I got my Ugin. So, all right. Next card, Tyvar, Jubilant Brawler, 1 black and a green. It's got 3 loyalty. This is not a completed one. You may activate the ability of creatures you control as though those creatures had haste, and then +1 on tap up to target 1 creature, and then -2, mill 3 cards. You may return a creature with CMC 2 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield.
Arena Rector, by the way.
There you go. Arena Rector. Yeah. So This card is probably great in EDH because it makes your Priestess Titanias and all those elves tap for a ton of mana right when they come down. Standard Pioneer, a little bit of hope for this card. Limited, do not play this card in your limited deck. It's a trap. And then
Yeah, I wonder if this is good enough to play in Legacy Elves. They're already doing green-black.
it's certainly close, right?
And like it untaps one of your guys too, so you get the bonus from that too.
It's really
So
just
it's almost like he pays for them, like basically pays for himself at some point.
it's literally just like really good with what is that card? Priest of Titania, which I think those lists still play like 1 to 2 copies. They don't play that many, but you have Greenstone, so whatever, you go get it whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
So it might have a home there, but again, EDH, this is just Elixir of Immortality that you get to play, but it's on a Planeswalker, so that's kind of tight. And then again, do not play this in limited. I know Planeswalkers have this like, I need to play this. This card is so bad. It is literally just 3 mana untapped target creature. It's really bad. All right. Vraska, Betrayal, Sting, and if you haven't heard about this one, you should look it up. But it's one of the completed Planeswalkers for 4 black and a Phyrexian. 0. It comes with 6 loyalty, by the way. 0, draw a card, and you lose 1 life and proliferate. People are losing their stuff over this because everybody's going to be like, this goes in my Atraxa deck. -2, target creature becomes a treasure artifact with tap, sack this artifact, add 1 mana, and it loses all other card types. So essentially an Oko ability. And then -9, give somebody 9 poison counters. That's it.
This card is exactly what they wanted Oko to be.
Yeah.
It's just a cookie cutter planeswalker. It does some stuff. I
Draws
don't think it's
Draws you a
terrible.
card. You know,
Well,
the norm.
yeah, so standard, I think this has a home because if Toxic is the thing, you're going to want this card just because Proliferate's really hard to deal with.
There's that new 2 mana. What is it? Uncommon. It's a blue and 1. Look at the top 3. Put a card in your hand. The rest on the bottom in any order. Proliferate.
Yeah, it's Anticipate, but better. Literally just,
Yep.
Yeah. So I think if there's a Proliferate deck, this is here. EDH, I think this is going to be in everybody's Atraxa. This is an auto include in every single Atraxa deck. And then this is an auto include in every Super Friends that's black. Just because it gives counters everywhere. And then limited, I think this card's amazing too in limited just because you can build around it and it is good. For the -2 is good. All right. Nahiri the Unforgiving, which is 1 red, white, and then a Phyrexian. I think this card's strong, but again, it's a completed Planeswalker until your next essentially it has a Gideon for 1 creature. So you target a creature they have to attack. Each combat if able. Oh, weird. And then discard a card, draw a card, which is classic Nahiri ability, and then you can exile target creature or equipment card with mana value less than Nahiri's loyalty from your graveyard. Create a token of that, and then it gains haste. So it's interesting that it doesn't lose its loyalty. So if you get up to like 7 loyalty, you can exile 7 mana artifacts. Huh.
Ugh.
Didn't realize. Or sorry, equipment or creature. A little bit worse. Why equipment? Okay. I'm a little bit off this card.
It's so you can deal with all the what's that stupid 7 mana equipment
Yeah.
that gives a creature indestructible and it's indestructible.
Yeah.
That one, whatever that's called.
Our next card is Kaya, Intangible Slayer. 3, white, black. It's a Planeswalker that has the keyword hexproof on it. Has 6 loyalty. +2 each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. 0, draw 2 cards, and then each opponent may scry 1. Really weird, bizarre ability. And then -3, exile target creature enchantment if it wasn't an aura. And then create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 1/1 and it has flying. This looks like one of those box Planeswalkers from 2018, 2019. Like the Chandra. It just looks like trash.
Yeah, nothing impressive.
Just
A
even
lot to
limited.
this card in draft.
Even a limited, I might even give this like a 2. I had this as 3. It's 1 all across the board. I might give it a 2 just because 7 mana for a do nothing on the board is kind of bad. I guess you could I exile 2 creatures and be okay with it. All right, the Eternal Wanderer, white 4. This card I think is the nut. I think this card's awesome. But no more than 1 creature can attack the Eternal Wanderer each combat, so this is one of those hard cards to get rid of through combat. Exile up to target 1 artifact or creature, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of that player's next end step. Okay. 0, make a 2/2 white samurai creature token with double strike, and then -4 for each player choose a creature that player controls. Each player sacrifices all creatures they control, not chosen this way. So you get to make the choice, not the players.
Mm.
So I think this card is crazy good. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You just a board wipe that gets rid of everything that you care about.
Well, you get to keep your best
Instantly.
thing, and then they get to keep all the crappy things, like nice land of
Yep.
Wolf.
Yeah, you get to choose.
Yeah. Whereas
That's what I mean.
other versions of this card have always been like everybody gets to choose their thing, and so like if they had a better creature than you, you're just gonna lose.
Yep.
But probably we see standard playability. I don't know if it's Pioneer playable, just because is Farewell playable in Pioneer? I don't remember. It might be.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's close. I mean, and then EDH, great to just choose the table and make everybody punk everybody, and then limit it. I think it's a complete bomb. All right. Luca, Bound to Ruin. I'm going to stop reading these cards because I don't want to read them. This is Garrick. Gruul Garrick. Same thing. It really is. It's completed. What do you guys think of this card?
4 mana for 3. I'm always going to assume you're playing it for the lower cost.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
it's
just paying life every time. So
yeah.
I look at it as coming in with 3 counters every time.
Yeah. So, like Garrick,
so-
it adds 2 mana. Like Garrick, it makes a 3/3, and like Garrick, it does damage -4.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but I don't know. Nothing impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, it protects itself with the 3/3, even though it, doesn't have a lot of life after that. Being able to cast something immediately after you play it is all right.
Yeah.
As long as you have the right kind of cards.
3/3 with Toxic 1. You'll beat them with the 3/3 before Toxic. It's just weird.
It matters,
Yeah.
But it's just part of the theming, so.
Yeah. This is the card.
Dude, I want to see if the alt art for this is the one that they spoiled. You know what I'm talking about? That like the spoiler of the anime Jace.
Yeah, it
like
is.
Pulling
Hard
the
out?
sword out of the chest.
Yeah, that it is. It is that one.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah,
that might have just
They-
been
they-
a
no, they-
concept art.
No, they spoiled when they spoiled this card, they spoiled all 3 arts of it. So
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
Okay, sweet.
it's pretty cool. But this Jace is 2 blue and a Phyrexian for 5 loyalty. This is the one I think you thought it was X equals 5 versus X equals 3.
Well, it's because I didn't realize that if you paid for the completed,
ability.
it came in less.
So so 4 mana to mill 15 or 3 mana to mill 9 or less, whatever those may be. Either way, I think this card's like really bad for a Jace, to be honest. It just feels bad. And limited, really good. You're gonna one shot your opponent multiple times.
Oh yeah.
Just like +1 at
I don't
next turn,
know.
-18 or mill 18.
Is the -2 worth it in mill to refill your hand with more mill cards?
Not for 3 or 4 mana. There's just no way.
3 mana, draw 3.
Yeah, but they have
Yes.
the what's the 1 mana Visions from Beyond, which is 1 mana ancestral. If you have
Yeah,
20,
that's true.
there's no room for this in mill, in any fashion. But in limited, you're gonna go +1 and then mill 18, and then your opponent's gonna lose.
Yeah.
We're gonna run out of cards real fast. So I think it's gonna limited. Kaito, we already talked about that one.
Kaito.
All right, this is the EDH staple that everybody needs to go buy right away. Modrak, Glorious.
Oh, this card's so gross.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember, there's this thing called Dockside that makes treasures, so you get to make double of those. That's pretty cool.
That's stupid. It should have been creature tokens or something.
Nah,
It should have labeled it creature tokens.
One or more tokens would be created under your control. Twice that many of those tokens are created instead. That's a weird wording for it, but it's a 4 mana 4/4 and has Phyrexian abilities to sack artifacts and or creatures to put an indestructible counter on it, so it kind of stays forever. So there's a cycle of these apparently in this set, and they're themed as like they wanted to make these gods, but they don't want to make them gods, but they have like an ability to become a god because it gets an indestructible counter.
That's built around moving counters, so I can move the indestructible counters onto everything else I own.
Nice, baby. But
Just pay 4 life and 1 mana, and I can start moving counters around.
I think this card has a home with the Butter Blossom.
Butter Blossom.
Yeah, that's where I think this card goes. But EDH, this is your great henge of the set where you need to go get these, or if you miss the boat on them, they'll be $60 or $70. So
Yeah, Great Henge is crazy.
yeah, or like Meat Hook Massacre, still $50.
Yeah.
Ooh, this goes right into Josh's cube. Ossification.
Yep. This
Yeah.
card's real good.
So I don't know if you noticed in this set, they are really going hard after Planeswalkers. Like, it's just really easy to kill Planeswalkers nowadays. And
Good.
they've made
Needs to be.
Planeswalkers, well, they made Planeswalkers worse. Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. I wonder why they're going that way. But again, this is going to be amazing in standard. Probably the bee's knees in Pioneer, because you can now just hit Karns for 2.
It just took them 10 years to listen to us talking about how we needed more Planeswalker specific removal.
Yeah. So either they're going to ramp up the strength of Planeswalkers, or they're going to, just keep doing that. But again,
This is like a cooler chain to the rocks, is what you're telling me.
You're just better because you don't have to play Bad Mountains.
Mm-hmm. Bad Mountains.
Yeah, you don't have to play.
Hey
bad.
Jeff, didn't you used to play Chain to the Rocks?
No, I didn't play that form of Boros.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, but
Card was
again,
bad.
standard probably 5, Pioneer 4, EDH 2 because it's kind of like your enchantment aura deck, and then limited 4. It's just really good limited. You should take the high. This is the one you were talking about.
card is so cool.
Shieldred's Edict. 1 in a black
Yeah,
for
this
it.
card's awesome.
It's an uncommon instant. Each opponent sacrifices. You choose one. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. Each opponent sacrifices a creature token, or each opponent sacrifices a planeswalker. Again, yeah, they are really. They're making it very easy to kill planeswalkers, and I wonder if this one will see modern play.
You play.
I was about to say,
If Bogles wasn't already dead, dude, I'd be like punching things right now.
So, this card's there's a couple of reasons why I think, like, one, being able to get Ren and 6 and being able to get their, like, it's Black's version of being able to get Ren and 6 and Ragavan at the same time.
That's true.
And then when they only have like a single construct that's like a 7/7 due to all the other artifacts, you can also specifically get that. So it's got a lot of like weird utility into it.
mm-hmm. I mean, sometimes they may just have a bunch of constructs or not a bunch of constructs. They may have a bunch of like artifact creatures and a construct, and you care about the construct. And
Yeah,
you say,
exactly.
Get rid of your creature token.
Right. So it's got instant instance, not sorcery. So
Yeah.
this is an upgrade for Josh's
Crazy.
cube, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is definitely gets a spot somewhere.
Yeah.
It probably just
Cool card.
replaces one of the.
One of the edicts
Is
that you
this
have.
better? Is it even better? Is it better? It's not better than the flashback one, but maybe.
Cruel
the other
Edict,
one.
but that one's sorcery, but that one you get the double up on.
Yeah. But I don't know. Card's great. Love it. Glad it exists.
Yeah, Experimental Augury. This is just Anticipate with Proliferate. Same exact card.
That card's good.
RIP Proliferate or Anticipate.
Funny.
I don't know how to judge this in limited yet because I don't know how relevant Proliferate's going to be. But again, Proliferate decks are going to want this because it's cheap, and maybe it'll be standard playable. It's hard to say. Everywhere else, I don't think it's very good unless like Hardened Scales becomes like blue green somehow. Probably good unlimited this card. So this is green white for a 2/2 Slaughter Singer, which has Toxic 2, and then whenever another creature with Toxic attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So kind of like a.
It's just the new slivers.
It's
It
sort
looked
of,
like
yeah. They kind of feel that way. It's just 3 unlimited.
So, I
Butter
don't care.
Blossom at the beginning of this. I read this card earlier in the cast, but it's Skrelev's Hive, which is 1 and a white, which makes 1/1s. I think this card's gonna be really, really good in standard. I think it's gonna be one of those like you roll your
Dude,
eyes kind of cards.
It overwhelms the board super fast.
Yeah.
I opened
great.
that in draft. It was
And then-
amazing.
And then when you get the Toxic on there, man.
Yeah.
Or when you get the
Corrupted.
lifelink, I mean, it's like great. I
mean,
can
these-
just negate all the damage
yeah,
I'm taking.
These things can't block, but there's definitely there's a Swords to Plowshares in standard right now equal to like number of planes, which is like lay down arms. So I can imagine there's like a fairy style deck that plays this. That also
I
just
mean,
plays
there's
it.
already a mono white
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you
go white wide kind of deck like that. This just slots into. I don't like you go this into wedding announcement is disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is honestly. There's a lot to be said here with this card. I'm actually like pretty impressed with it, but and then yeah, Kenny Roberts said it's also a sack outlet. So if you have like multiple sack things, you can keep making one of sacking. This card, Green Crucible Worlds. You may play lands from your graveyard. Choose target non-land permanent in your graveyard. If you haven't, cast a spell this turn. You may cast that spell. If you do, you can't cast any additional spells. So this is gonna be, I think, just a way to just buy stuff back over and over and over. Just so you know, this works with Evoke. So if you have the ability to just like keep targeting your Solitude and pitching a white card from your hand, you can keep doing that.
That's dumb.
Or Fury, whatever.
Yeah, because it's
You may cast that card, so
Yeah.
you
So you can pay the alternate cast costs.
Yeah, so if there is a Sinister Serpent that exists, get crazy.
Sinister.
like something
And you're
like
digging deep.
they haven't made that card yet. Where just I guess Squee is that card.
Yeah.
Squee legal. Infinite
Yeah,
Furies. Oh no.
There's the unearth, or not unearth, but what is that stupid effect that Arrow had?
Escape.
There's
Infinite
the
Furies.
That one sucks. Yeah.
the escape. What? That one's good. It makes 1/1s.
Yeah. Well, okay. Bloated Contaminator, which is just 3 mana 4/4 trample toxic, and then whenever it deals damage to a player, proliferate. Probably good. Probably gonna be good in standard, just because standard has had really good, like old growth troll and all those things. So that's where like that card gets played. In limited, it's gonna just be like, oh, you turn 3 this, and I don't really have a good way to deal with this. So,
4/4 for 3 with a
Yeah,
bunch of
trample,
effects.
dude, is
That's
gross.
wild.
proliferate's a big one, dude. That's really big.
Yeah.
Mind
Dude,
you,
why aren't we gonna get to our 2 mana 10/10 or whatever we were talking about before?
1 mana 10/10.
Was that what it was? 1 mana?
so they did. This is the English version of this card, and Battle is actually. I don't know what that is. So obviously that might be a plant for this set or a plant for the next set. I don't know what Battle means, but
It's like when Tarmogoyf said Planeswalker way before
exactly.
Planeswalkers
So
came out.
yeah, so that's coming too.
You think that's gonna be the rule change? We're gonna have some weird.
I
Battle.
hope so.
Yeah, it
I
might
don't-
mess with like a bunch of weird stuff with the way that
I really-
combat works or
yeah,
something.
I really don't know, but that's like the big thing with this
We're
card.
gonna go to the arena, boys. Bring your battler over here.
So it
They should
tracks.
have called it Duel.
Yeah,
Just rip off Yu-Gi-Oh.
you might as well. So,
Giant 7/7 that rips cards off the top of your deck.
reveal the top 10, and then you can put each card type into your hand that you do, and then yeah. So Atraxa Grand Unifier, kind of a letdown from a what Atraxa was, because Atraxa is pretty. You think this card would have had Proliferate on it, but whatever. Yeah, I think the only thing that excites me about this is what the hell is Battle. That's all anybody cares about. It doesn't list Tribal, which is funny, but
Battle.
yeah. All right, Tyrannix Rex.
People
yeah,
are mad about this card for no reason.
Bro,
that's good.
it's gonna destroy control decks.
Play more sacrifice things.
We already had this with Carnage Tyrant. And it was fine.
Yeah. Carnage Tyrant was annoying. I played the hell out of that card.
Carnage Tyrant was good though. Like
This is the same thing.
Yeah, it's no different than Carnage
It's the
Tyrant.
same thing.
Ward 4 and Hexproof are very different.
I mean, I don't disagree with that sentiment, but in the sense like when you play this card, it's going to hit for 8, and then like you have to spend your entire you can't Wanderer this, right?
No.
Like, there's just not a world where that's going to be like a real thing.
You can Void Render it.
The haste is pretty important.
Yeah, that is
so-
fair. That is fair. Yeah, good
Void
point.
Render is a very underrated removal spell.
It's just hard because it forces you to be Esper, and I don't want to be that. Yeah, but
I
again,
don't know, man. With Vraska and the new Wanderer, like I think there could be an Esper mid-range Esper control deck.
yeah.
Why do you have it good for Pioneer?
There
It ain't going in mono green.
has been decks that play what's it called? That have played Carnage Tyrant.
Mm.
So I think you'd play this because it has haste. So it's just it can't be countered. Clause is what gets people upset, but it's freaking huge. In standard, like you're gonna probably see this card and just eye roll. Like, God damn it, I'm gonna lose this goddamn
It's
card
like-
again.
Time to eat it.
Yeah, just play more edicts. You know, you can either eat it or edict.
Yeah, you got that nice new
Or
one.
you
That
can eat it. Oh, never mind.
I see what you did there. All right, this card is nonsense.
what is this?
All right, this is a fun one. Red 3 for a dragon that's a 4/4. This spell costs 3 less if you have 9 or more cards in your graveyard. When it enters the battlefield, exile 3 cards at random from your graveyard. Choose a non-creature, non-land card from among them, and copy it. You may cast a copy without paying its mana cost. This is just like
First
a roulette,
house.
just a roulette card. Love it. I love this kind of nonsense. I really
Dude,
do.
remember when everyone was talking about the Lich and it was absolute trash?
Yeah.
Shut up, JB.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is the same thing.
No,
It's
this
trash.
House.
The Lich, you have
It
to pay.
was-
You have to pay for the card. It sucks.
Yeah, this you don't.
You can turn 3 this.
You turned 3 Lich. It was trash.
Yeah, but the Lich is a 4/3 where you get the
It
gamble.
had no evasion.
You get to
This
get
had evasion.
I don't care about the 4/4. I care about being able to cast like omniscience off this.
That's fair.
Yeah, I want to be able to cast nonsense. I'm not interested in anything else. So I'm sure there's going to be a deck where it plays 4 entering or breaking and entering. I think that's what the card's called. The
Where
one
you
that
mill like
8.
8.
So you mill yourself 8, and then it going into the graveyard is 9, and then your entire deck is just these spell haymakers, and you hope to God that you get lucky and get one, because it's at random.
So you want to play Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, I like to.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
All right, here we
Alright,
go.
gents. I
Cool
gotta
sword.
dip out.
See you, Jeff.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Oh wait, I gotta stay for this. Hold
This
on.
sword is
This
cool.
sword- This sword is so good.
It looks really lame. It looks like something from Bionicle.
Bionicle
It looks
sword.
like the foam swords you see at like,
Yeah.
Target.
All right, so Sword of Forge and Frontier, 3 mana artifact. This is part of the sword cycle. It's Gruul, protection from Gruul, +2/+2. And then whenever the equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn, and you may play an additional land this turn. People are like, this card sucks. Nah, it's good.
Oh, this card's amazing.
Like I like
Pretty
this
good.
card.
You ramp and get to draw 2.
And Pro Red's pretty good.
I just like this card. It's just draw 2. Like people played Sword of Fire and Ice, not for the deal 2 damage. They played it for the draw card, and this is draw 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also the protection from red because it's easy ways to dodge. Good removal, like
Yep.
simple removal.
This card's sick. I don't know if it's got a home anywhere, but EDH decks will don't get me wrong. You can't play this in your control deck. You have to play this in a proactive deck where you're casting multiple spells. But like, come on, Burning Tree.
I was about to say
Moderate it.
people who are mad
I
about
think
this
this will
have
see play in
never.
Pioneer.
People who are mad about who think this sucks have never played whatever that stupid EI is or IE.
Yeah, Expressive Iteration.
Yeah, expressive. No one's ever. They haven't played expressive.
Is this the first card that we have? Is this the first sword in Pioneer? Because all
Yeah,
the,
first new
Yes.
one. No, wait.
no, because the Scarsmere design
First
in
and
there.
home was which one?
That's the modern set.
That was
Oh,
Modern
okay.
Horizons 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
never
last
mind.
3 swords have been from Modern Horizons.
2.
Gotcha.
No, you're right. Truth and Justice. I take that back. So the only one that we're missing
Well,
is
the red, black, and the blue, white one were from the first one.
Yeah, whatever. Either way, so this is the first sword that we have that's available in.
I think it'll see play in Pioneer.
Pioneer. Yeah. Dude, imagine being able
allows,
to just
like,
go
mono
through
white or
mono-
mono red to be
Yeah.
able to push through green, and it allows.
I was
other
about to say to
decks-
knock green down a little.
Yep.
Nice.
That's all the spoilers I wanted to think, but I'm gonna pull up this because I want to look at. They did some
Oh,
really
perfect.
interesting things.
Let me see that
Now
Jace
I'm
on the
actually
card.
gonna leave.
Find me the Jace on the card.
Okay,
Catch you gentlemen later.
Bon
See ya.
Voyage, baby.
Hit that. And let me see the alt art.
Yeah, I gotta.
Oh, look at that alt art there. Jace Balerion.
Yeah, let me go to Scryfall. Scryfall does it best. Just so you guys know, if you guys don't use Scryfall, you're bad at looking at previews.
Jeez. You just passed him.
Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, you could have clicked it and went to the alt art version.
My bad. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
That's
don't get me
great.
wrong. It's a pretty sick one. I'm a big fan of this.
Fuckboy Jace.
Yeah. All right. Josh, did you finally come up with a hot take?
If you don't put chilies in your chili, then it's not chili.
Oh,
All right,
A
fair.
lot of people just make bean soup, which is like
bean soup's great.
right. It's like the American chili is just
The
bean
rating
stew.
on Jace,
Good.
Kenny. Let me go back to that. I'll show
Right.
you.
I'm gonna
Nice.
make a chili right now, so that's why I'm about to head out.
Bye-bye,
chili is
Josh.
Great.
Bah.
That was a bad hot take. That's a better one.
You got time.
Yeah. Let me.
We're
think.
here.
Jace, I gave 1 everywhere, Kenny. It was 1 everywhere except for limited.
Flavor is better
That's
than
bad.
spice in chili. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
take that. Yeah. If you have a hot chili just to be hot,
Yeah.
like, oh, your butthole's going to take it
Right.
tomorrow.
That's my hot take. Is hot
man.
chili is not fucking good.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday, my dudes. I'm
See
out.
it. Bye-bye, Josh.
Dude,
Bye.
magic is killing me.
What?
Because I have to buy all these anime alter and manga alter things, and I got to get all these old borders, and it's killing me. Because I can't not have the cool version. I need the cool version.
Kenny, so the Jace, it's a hard sell for me as being a staple. I don't know where you use a staple at. That's my problem. I don't know where you would put him currently.
So the problem is he has multiple options that you can use in the modern mill deck, right? Because you can either minus him to draw cards